The January sales may be in full swing, but it was last year's sales which were making the headlines. Next is seen as a retail bellwether in the UK, and its results weren't as strong as expected. Total sales from August to Christmas Eve were up 3.1%, but sales in store were 2.7% lower than last year. My sense is the underlying economic situation is slightly worse than it was in September, said Simon Wolfson, and the only thing that's changed is the situation in Europe. Next is at least faring better than some other high street chains. Footwear retailers Barrett's and Priceless Shoes have called in the administrators. Lingerie chain La Senza also announced it's planning to enter administration, and Black's Leisure is up for sale. Retail analyst Natalie Berg believes 2012 will be a real challenge.
I think it really will be a survival of the fittest. I think the strong retailers will survive, but we'll almost definitely see casualties on the high street. And from a consumer's point of view, wage growth is fairly stagnant. It hasn't kept up with the rate of inflation, and therefore consumers' purchasing power will be eroded for at least another 12 to 18 months.
In contrast, retailer John Lewis described trade in the run-up to Christmas as outstanding, taking more than £500 million. Much of that was spent on clothes and electrical items, although Natalie Berg says the trend is still towards online shopping.
Shoppers are migrating away from the high street. They're using tablets, they're using mobile phones, they're using computers, and they're price checking, they're researching, and they're also buying online. So if you look at the results from today, for example, both Next and John Lewis have reported very robust online growth, and that's really the future of retail.
Next will still meet its profit targets for the year to January, but the cautious outlook caused its shares to fall by around 4%. Hayley Platt, Reuters.